NyanCave! Hi, hello.
Hi.
Welcome back to Persona 4 Arena. The stakes are high.
The stakes are high.
Propped up on a telephone pole. Anyway, let's go.
Oh, no.
What?
That's rude, Clay.
What?
That's rude. Hold on.
They were.
They were. It's rude. But they were.
I don't know what the joke was.
You don't know what the joke was?
No.
In a game where people were found on telephone poles?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I rush over to grab the bag. No, the championship belt hanging from the telephone pole. It's mine. Oh, mine. Oh, that luscious meat. Under that blindingly white rice covered in the delicious juice.
That wonderful smell. Oh, I'm in heaven. Well, chow time.
I sense someone staring at me. I turn around. The red cape guy's on his knees, glaring at me with the fury of 1,000 million suns. Wow, it's actually hard to eat with all that hate being aimed in my direction. And I can hear his stomach too. It's rumbling like a wild animal. So he's hungry, just like me. Oh, shoot.
I'll give you some too, if you stop glaring at me like that.
I guess we're sharing.
I don't know what the other choice was.
Not share? I hold the bowl out to him. I can't keep my hands from shaking in regret as I offer him the precious gift of my meat to a total stranger. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to, but I can understand the pain that comes from being so close to steak, yet only to have it cruelly snatched away. We've even fought over it. I understand the depths of his love of beef. Even then, the bowl shakes as I hand it to him.
It's because when I advance the text, if you double tap it to make it appear suddenly.
The red cape guy swallows hard and reaches out. But he suddenly snatches his hand back at the last moment and suddenly stands up suddenly.
Make fun of me. I'm not taking your pity.
Oh, he's gone. Well, now I can eat without any regrets. I can't hold back my excitement as I tear off the lid from this super special steak bowl. Oh my, what a beautiful presentation. This is the kind of thing that you never see at the real Aya unless both the owner and Aika-chan are at their very best. The marbled fat of the steak looks even more alluring than usual. I must have it. It consumes me.
Precious.
Just looking at this fills me with joy, and I'm near the point of placing it on the ground and bowing to it.
Just eat it!
Chow time.
You've said that 3 times!
And apparently you can increase the text speed. Having to eat with split chopsticks is annoying, but here comes the chompery, the first bite. White smoke pours out from the bowl.
Dude, why were you passed out on the floor holding a convenience store bag?
Huh? This is Juness. Yosuke? Wait, what? What is going on?
Convenience store bag. Where's my steak bowl?
Steak bowl?
You mean that crushed food packet you had? We threw it away, duh.
You were gonna eat something you found in the TV world? You're really brave.
I realize that there's more than just Yosuke and Yukiko here. Yukun's here too. And Kanji-kun and Risei-chan and Teddy? Even Naoto-kun's here. When did they all get together?
Oh, so the case...
It's solved.
Oh.
Yes, thoroughly.
Huh?
Wait a second. It's solved? All of it?
While you were chasing your steak, we were hard at work.
Chie-senpai, you really are a carnivore.
Well...
Job's over. You can go get some steak now.
Wow. Yukun smiles kindly. No, he doesn't. His eyes aren't smiling, and his words definitely weren't smiling. Not at all. I slowly turn around to look at everyone else. They all have the same look. Their mouths are smiling, but they're looking down at me coldly.
Oh.
I look up at the sky to escape their glaring and laugh painfully to myself. I'm so hungry. Steak.
That's sad.
Looks like you didn't end, and that's the end of that one. I guess we should try the other option.
I guess so.
Had a rough day at work, but now I'm glad I get to come home, eat dinner, and enjoy a NyanCave stream.
Hey.
Gestrid!
Thank you.
Welcome home, son.
Are you winning?
Are you winning? Yeah, you're winning.
That literally took 5 minutes, Clay. Yeah, but it's not over yet, Solomon.
One fine day, with a wolf and a bear was born, and he caused a little stir. No blue bug, no three-eyed frog, just a big gay mood.
Jackson! Thank you.
Deny. Steak.
Deny him the steak.
The winner, the spoils. Yep.
Yep.
I opened the lid making a show of enjoying the steam from the steak bowl just to annoy the guy in the cape. Oh my, what a fragrance. Even though he lost, I feel so sorry that he doesn't get a chance to eat any of this. I could seriously down an entire bowl of rice if it smelled like this. I'm not kidding. This steak bowl is more than just food. It's a work of art that you see with your mouth. I love that. I love that. I love that. Mr. Owner of Aika-chan, thank you for this food.
Showtime!
Having to eat with split chopsticks is annoying, but here comes the chompery. It's the same?
Dude, why we...
It's the same?
It's the same.
Huh? It's yes.
Huh?
Thoroughly.
All of it? And then Chie woke up.
New channels Adachi when he's mad.
Whirlwind!
Oopsies.
What did you do?
Nothing.
What did you... Everyday young life, Junesu. 7.
So we gotta do this again, eh? Wait, that's not right.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
We jumped out the window.
We jumped out the window. It was scene 6. Yeah, Carrick says it was scene 6.
Sorry. I just wanted to remind him who's boss.
Yeah, who's meat reigns supreme.
I wonder.
What do you wonder? You're never content, are you?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Never content.
I'm not saying I can do it. I just want to see what it's like.
This is insane.
No. Keep looking for the girl.
Bad Chie. I need to focus on Teddy cuts over steak cuts right now.
Oh.
I mean, just Teddy. I gotta stop getting sidetracked and go to the announcement room.
I slammed the window shut and forced myself to turn away from the temptation of steak. Goodbye, Aya's special steak bowl. Our love is not meant to be for now.
Aya special steak bowl.
Asb.
Super Smash Bros. GA for Smash.
GA for Smash. Once this cave is solved, I'm gonna treat myself to a steak bowl as a reward for all my hard work.
Here I go.
Also, the capital letters in her last sentence spell I go.
Go.
It was foreshadowing for her going.
I go.
I go. On the left, I-G-O-O.
I go. Or
It could be I goo, but I think it's I go.
I goo for steak. I'm suddenly motivated beyond anything I felt today. But that doofus in the cape, who could he be?
I go.
The announcement room should be on the 3rd floor of the classroom building, but I somehow end up on the 1st floor of the practice building by the music room. How did I go downstairs when I was trying to go upstairs? This is all because of those stupid invisible walls. I have to go all the way around this stupid school to get anywhere. It makes me so mad. Whatever the reason, I have to go in this room now. I swallow hard.
There has been 8 times more swallowing in Chie's route than any other.
I bet there's another one of those monitors in there and another fight waiting for
My
me.
next opponent.
While I was running around, I had calmed down, and I've come to a realization. I've been forced to fight Yukun and Yosuke.
No use worrying about it.
I know that she'll be under the enemy's control when we see each other. If we don't fight, I'll never be able to look Yukun and Yosuke in the face again. They trusted me with solving this case. I make up my mind and I enter the music room. As I expected, the large monitor near the ceiling blinks on when I shut the door behind me. Again, it's Teddy in that weird getup. I'm used to it by now.
Jeez, I was getting tired of waiting for you. You're such a tease, Chie-chan.
Don't talk to Chie like
You
that.
should have made it easier to get to where I was going. All these invisible walls are a pain in the ass.
Ooh, is someone angry? Well, then let's get right to it. Bring out the next challenger!
Yo, Serenity, what up?
I calm myself down while white smoke fills the room.
Akane.
Part of me hopes that it isn't her, but another part knows that there's no one else it could be. I already know what's going to happen. When the smoke clears, sure enough, it was the person I most expected to see.
Yukiko, I finally found you, Chie. This all happened so suddenly that I was getting nervous.
That's right, my best friend Yukiko was there. She looks all right, like Yukun and Yosuke both did,
I
but
was so worried and scared without you. I couldn't even go another step.
Now I'm gonna kick your ass, so sorry. This is gonna be harder on me than it is for you.
I can't do anything without you, Chie. Please, Chie, protect me.
Well, of course I'll protect you.
Uh-oh.
her voice is calm and she's not attacking me like I expected her to. But while the boys had said mean things right to my face, I sense that she's going to try something nastier. I don't know how to explain it, but this isn't right. Yukiko smiles kindly like she usually does and continues on.
It's so good to know that. I knew I could count on you. After all, you want me to keep depending on you, right? So you can feel superior. You act like my best friend, but you're just using me, aren't you?
Yukiko saying exactly what my shadow had said last year, when it was the embodiment of my weakness trying to destroy me. But to hear them again, and from Yukiko herself, makes it so much more painful.
There was a time when I thought that, but that ended last year.
Aw.
Yeah, that's about the past. I faced my true feelings, the ones that I didn't want to see, and I overcame them. I'm not going to lose myself just from hearing them again. Still, Yukiko has a troubled expression like she's dealing with a difficult child.
It's okay, Chie. I'm completely worthless. I exist for you. If you abandon me, I can't go on. My dependence on you is my only redeeming quality.
Would you like to share with the class?
Well, no, it's just the line itself is just real fucking like you. But I would love to. I mean, this is like, it'd be a really funny conversation if you just took the Chie and Yukiko cutouts, but you made them Mario and Luigi, and you flip them around.
Oh my god.
Mario, my dependence on you is my only redeeming equality.
Stop that! Don't say those things about yourself.
This isn't Yukiko. This is not Yukiko. It's not Yukiko.
Even Daisy, she is settled.
Even though I know that, seeing her face and hearing her voice when she says that, it makes me remember again. That cowardly relief I felt when I knew that Yukiko had envied me.
I'm just the way you want me to be, Chie.
No, that's not true. Stop saying that.
I don't want this at all. I cover my ears to keep from hearing any more of it. Yukiko laughs.
But didn't you create this world because you wanted to hear that?
Oh my god, you as Princess Peach and Yosuke's Daisy.
Oh my god.
I created it.
I like you, Chie.
What the fuck is going on? This is some manipulation here.
How fragile your heart is. How twisted with jealousy you are. Everything about you is so pitiful.
Her methods of slowly cornering her prey are exquisite. Does the carnivore stand a chance against Snow Black?
When she hears Rise-chan's announcement, Yukiko readies her fan. A graceful pose, so elegant and feminine. I could never mimic that.
We're like Beauty and the Beast. Come, Chie, my loathsome beast.
That taunt actually calms me down a little. This is not Yukiko. This must be part of those rules to make me fight. The person I am now, and not even the person I was back then, would wish for Yukiko to be like this. While I tell myself that, I'm ready for the fight. Rise-chan's joyous shouts echo throughout the room.
The cat fight of the century is about to begin. Let's see your claws.
Well,
Time to place a bookmark.
shit's about to hit the fan. No? Okay.
I didn't get it until he said that part, and then I
Not
had to
much
think of
get,
it.
really. Things are about to get real.
Final.
Ooh, oh my god, I forgot I upped the difficulty. Oh, bum drop. Shit. Oh, low.
Right, chat? That was impressive.
Shit. Oh, I tried to block. Oh, this is crazy. She does low attacks and tries to bait you into jumps. Oh, she got me the low projectile spam.
Yeah, she seems to be like, once you get close into her, then she's
in
weak.
trouble. Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
great though. I love that smile she has.
She's
Yeah, I
such a
got
good
zoned
aesthetic.
hard. I wanted to jump over the fire, but I couldn't input it. Oh, man, those low projectiles are savage though. I want to learn how to do those.
Final.
Right, Clementine? You're pretty dang good with Chie.
Oh shit, I missed the air jump. Bum drop. Spin! I love how she has spin. She has spin, chat. Spin. She knows how spin. Spin.
Nice.
Shit.
She's throwing fans in the air.
Shit.
That was cool.
Oh, I tried to low block. Can I even low block that or did I have to jump over it? Oh my god, stop zoning me! Stop zoning me! I wonder if, oh, what's the dash again?
What a miraculous...
Spin!
Wait, this isn't the Disney movie I remember.
Gestrid! This isn't how Beauty and the Beast ended, with them having a fight to the death?
You can low block it? Interesting. I think I could probably dash through it. It looks like she's got a pretty long delay after.
Excuse me, guys. Go for the kill. Stay away. Time for it. Come on, Persona. Wait, no. I think they just Persona.
Ow. Oh, does she not have a dash? There it is. No, I just wanted 4 more.
Oh my! They lost.
If you see a red broken shield, that means her next fire attack will be unblockable. Oh. Stand blocking? What's stand blocking? Oh. Block and break her persona? Oh yeah, wow. Oh shit, I want to give her a hug. Spin! Shit.
Be lucky this isn't her from the boss rush mode.
Godzilla! Is she intense in boss rush? She's like risky is hard.
Not even Risky can stand up to.
Jeez. Boom!
Be water.
Be water.
Yeah, that's right.
That was such a beautiful fight! Very satisfying to watch, Chie-chan. Keep striving to become the strongest.
When I glare at the monitor, Teddy laughs even more nastily before cutting off the transmission. There's a mountain of things I want to say, but right now I need to focus on Yukiko. I fought against her.
And now she's gone.
No matter what the reasons were, I fought my best friend.
Yukiko, are you okay? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
Chie? Oh, thank goodness. You're back to normal.
Huh?
I knew something was wrong or you never would have said those things.
Oh.
She believed in me. Even though the fake me must have said some horrible things to her. I can't even say thank you or I'm sorry. I feel like if I do, I'll start crying. Instead, I clench my fists. The same fists that I'd used to punch her right in the face, boob, and elbow.
Hear me out. I think I'm starting to understand how this world works.
I tell her what happened to me up until now, about how the rules say only the winner can leave the area and that Yukun and Yosuke are both safe. And that I'm trying to reach the announcement room right now, in pursuit of a suspicious girl that was with Teddy.
A girl lying about being the student council president? That does sound suspicious.
There's no way anyone would make an honest mistake like that. If she's lying, it means she knows this isn't the real world. So I have to think she's related to all this somehow.
But then, why did she bring us here?
Huh? You know, that's a good question.
Even if she was the one behind this, why would she single us out by name? Neither me nor Yosuke know who she is. How could someone we've never met choose us for this?
Assuming she's behind this, she must have some plan in mind. Something she wants to accomplish by holding this Grand Prix.
A plan, huh?
See how we've been forced to fight? I think this Grand Prix is necessary for whatever reason.
But what would she gain from making us fight like this? I don't get it.
If we were chosen, that means that whoever's doing this obviously knows about the investigation team and personas. But we solved the case, so why now? Don't tell me. Is it revenge-y? Even then, this seems a little too roundabout.
There was someone else who seemed really weird. He had this red cape on, and he looked super suspicious.
A red cape?
Whoa! No need to get all excited. Anyway, we can find all this out if I go to the announcement room. I'll get some answers out of whoever's there.
I have a feeling you will. I wish I could go with you, but I'll be waiting for you here. I'm sure you'll be fine, Chie. I believe in you. Good luck.
I believe in you. Just hearing her say that makes my heart swell with emotion. Yukiko's eyes are calm, and just looking at her encourages me. Well, now I fought all my friends that I have entered the TV with. That's all that's left now is to head to the announcement room. I tighten my fists. I don't know who's doing it, but if there's someone out there who gets his kicks by breaking up friendships, I'll never let him get away with it. I will find him, and I'll put my footprints all over his stupid face.
Then he'll really get his kicks.
Yeah. Yeah, he would.
Pai! Chie-senpai, can you hear me? Senpai!
Do you have meat pie?
John? Is this the real one?
This isn't over the PA system. This voice is echoing directly in my mind.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
Yeah, I was there. I beat all of them up.
I can tell from her voice that Rise-chan is courageously wiping away tears.
Courageously.
Ah, it really is the real Rise-chan. She wasn't trying to insult us after all. I feel so much relief that I almost tear up too.
He was watching me this entire time, so I couldn't use my persona. Good thing I got in touch with you. Are you okay, Chie-senpai? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine, but what did you mean by being watched? Are you okay?
Rise-chan tells me what happened to her up until now. It turns out that once the first half of Golden Week was over, she came back to Inaba from the city. Something bumped into her, and she fell into a TV. When she woke up, she was trapped in the room that she was being kept in, and Teddy was watching her this entire time to make sure she didn't use her persona.
Holy shit, I was wrong. Well, Rocky said Rise's only role so far is to cry. Not true. Cry and get kidnapped. Rise is Princess Peach and Teddy is Toad. Changed my mind. Chie is Luigi and Yukiko is Mario.
She bravely bawls her eyes out on the floor as she, I don't know, other things. No matter how many times she asked Teddy why he did it, he would just ignore her questions and laugh. I guess Rise-chan's voice, But Teddy had left the room to look for something, and Rise-chan finally had a chance to get in contact with someone. Rise-chan is a special persona that can communicate with others. Ooh, is that why she's being held hostage? Huh, I guess kidnapping her was pretty smart moves.
Can you tell where Teddy is?
Yeah. Are you going to go after him?
There was this girl I didn't recognize with him. She might be the cause of all this.
Yosuke Waluigi, abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Kanji is Wario.
All right, let me take a look.
I wonder how much time this will take. I was about to comment about that, but the results came back in seconds.
There he is. But I sense something odd next to him. What is that? It's not a shadow, but it doesn't seem human either.
Are you talking about that fake president? That's gotta mean she's the culprit.
All this stuff with invisible walls and making us go nuts while talking to each other? There's no way a normal person could do this. I mean, of course that's the case. And if they're in this world, then at the very least they're a persona user. Looks like she really may be the culprit. But after thinking that far, I suddenly remember someone else. There is one other odd persons beside that girl.
Hey, I saw a dude in a weird red cape. He up and jumped out of the window. Who does that?
Well, apart from our usual group, I only sense shadows here. But be careful. Some of them are pretty big.
Are there some little ones too? Those silhouettes of students were kind of like shadows. Well, I'm not worried about the small fry. Wait, does that mean Red Cape Man is a shadow? Whose shadow would he be?
Jacob, you're coming into this late. Kanji's Wario and Teddy is Toad.
Could it be Yukiko's then?
Wait, who's Pauline?
No. Pauline?
Yeah.
Pauline was the original person you had to save against Yankee King.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
And then she made a resurgence in
Naoto's
Odyssey.
Rosalina.
No. That was definitely a guy. I mean, he did look and act pretty weird, but he didn't seem like a shadow.
I'm gonna deal with Teddy first. Rise-chan, can I ask you to point the way to him?
Sure thing.
Oh, she shows up in Odyssey? No way.
I follow Rise-chan's navigation and begin running. It seems that she can see where the invisible walls are. Thanks to her, I was able to find the room I needed without running into any more of them. Good work, Rise-chan.
Is this it? Well then, here I go. Rise-chan, try to get in touch with the others. They're probably worried since they don't know what's going on.
Okay, will do. Good luck in there, Chie-senpai.
Thanks!
I give her a quick salute, even though she really isn't here with me. But I hear her giggle. I guess she could see me anyway. Now that I think about it, does this mean I'm going to have to fight that girl? Well, there's no point in worrying about it. I make up my mind and open the door.
I hope she just has her leg like a freaking gun.
The two inside the classroom turn around in surprise. The girl is with Teddy. The girl with Teddy is the one I saw earlier, the one calling herself the student council president. Actually, now that I get a closer look at her, she's a real beauty. I mean, even I can see that.
I finally found you. I hope you're prepared.
That Chie-san who's fighting in the Grand Prix, right?
Who are you? Why are you holding this ridiculous tournament? We've been through hell today, you know. You're gonna...
Oh, sure. You're so cool, Chie-chan. Just like a police officer.
Teddy's voice is sarcastic and slimy, not like his normal voice at all.
That sounded like a genuine Teddy voice, though.
I did. He must be like everybody else was, controlled somehow. Yeah, I bet this fake president girl's the one doing it, too.
Teddy, you're being tricked. I know you're not really the host of this. You're just not in your right mind. Come over here and we'll go back together.
It's creepy to hear you coax me like that. I'm not going with any carnivore. I bet you're after me for my sweet, delicious bear claws.
Oh.
What? I'm not interested in your meat at all. They're sweet, huh?
That came from my stomach, not from my brain. I didn't mean to say that at all. I swear. I mean that totally made me sound like someone who kills people to eat them, and I don't, okay?
She's just got a craving for hands, okay?
She's gonna eat me! Just kidding. Actually, you're the one people are after, Chie-chan. Everyone's got the hots for you, you know. Did you know that Yosuke likes you? He said he's head over heels over you. Ooh. Even more than that dead girl he liked.
Oh, wow. That's not a good line.
It was kind of sweet until it was very, very not
sweet. Ah. That was sour.
Huh?
Yeah, right.
Kanji likes you too. Of course he would, though, since you're a very manly girl.
Leave Kanji alone.
Even Sensei, he told me you're the cutest.
Hey, what are you saying?
I was wondering what kind of insult he was going to say next, but I wasn't expecting him to try to flatter me to death. Even though I know he's not in control of what he's saying, I can't keep myself from blushing. Teddy smirks like he can read my thoughts and continues his words of praise.
Cuter than the famous idol Rise-chan, the ace detective Nao-chan, and the beautiful innkeeper Yuki-chan. You're the cutest of them all. Everyone said so. Did you know you even have a fan club at school?
Stop making stuff up.
Chie-chan, you're blushing. You look so happy. There's no way that could ever be true, though.
No.
I get it now. Instead of a direct insult, he was trying to build my hopes up and then pull the rug out from under me. I knew that he was going to try that, but it still hurts. Whether he can see my anger or not, Teddy looks at me with pity and frowns.
Full of unusual people who are all so pretty. You're the only normal one of us with nothing special about you at all.
But that makes you special.
But I think it's okay to be normal. It's like you know your place in life. You shouldn't dream of being extraordinary. You're just gonna be mediocre for the rest of your life.
And that's okay.
I've never wanted to be like that. I might not have amazing skills like everyone else, but I'm happy with the way I am.
Yeah, me neither.
My voice trembles when I reply. Why? I'm not lying, so why is it trembling? That makes me sound like I don't believe it. Teddy senses my agitation and smirks even harder.
Ooh, didn't your mother tell you not to lie? You want to be a beloved hero, and you'll step on anyone to reach that goal. That's what makes you weak.
No, if I hear any more of this, I'll give in to the enemy's tricks. Teddy isn't in his right mind. He's being controlled by the enemy.
Right. It's pointless to argue with you when you're being controlled. Let me bring you to your senses first.
Meanwhile, class prize is like, yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. Dead girl? Teddy, have some tact.
Right.
My God.
Imagine if Yukiko heard Chi say you don't look good in red. Like from the anime.
Oof. Biowoman!
Teddy wears it better.
That's so good.
I wonder what's the combo they hear. Yeah, it's interesting because like she's part of the cause of the illusion. Oh, nice. Shit.
Make sure you trade.
They're lesbians, Harold.
Japan fangirl. I love they're lesbians, Harold. I love that.
Shit.
So, if Chi and Yukiko are Luigi and Mario, does that mean you'll cosplay as them this Halloween?
Gestrid! Oh god, we gotta think about Halloween, don't we?
Shit! Did he instant kill me?
Yep. No.
No. Wow, that was exciting though.
It was so exciting. Why?
Oh shit, wrong button. Ooh, wow. I tried to style. I shouldn't have tried to style.
TVs!
I didn't need to do the insta kill.
You didn't.
I didn't.
But you did.
He used Shadow Teddy's move? Yeah, that was really dumb. I went for the insta kill when he had like a sliver of life. I even stopped mid combo to do it. Dumb.
Final.
So far, it's the same as it was before. Okay, now it's different. What?
Oh God! I suck at this game.
Hey, you get these off though, and that's...
I'm like the Homer Simpson of this game. Just get my ass kicked until my opponent tires themselves out.
Yeah, that's the way, man. Don't let anyone tell you it's not the way, it's the way.
I just got pummeled so hard.
Doesn't matter if you won. You're still a winner, man.
I guess so.
Still a winner.
Why'd you put on the highest difficulty? I don't know, because I'm still winning.
Why? Ain't you guys friends? How can you fight your friend like that?
What are you talking about? You're the one who dragged us into this.
I can't help but argue that back at this self-proclaimed student council president. But I sounded so harsh that I surprised even myself. No, this isn't good. I need to calm down.
What? Chie-chan, why are you picking on Miss President?
Teddy, are you still being controlled? She set you up as a host of all of this. You even had to wear a silly costume.
Hold it right there! You've already got it wrong! Look, Chie-chan, take a good close look at me.
Huh?
He's making all kinds of goofy poses. I don't know what he's trying to get at.
What am I looking at?
Can't you tell? I'm a dozen times more adorable and sexy than that costumed bear.
You mean that general is someone else?
Bingo! Miss President wouldn't believe me, so we were going to go find that imposter and prove my innocence. Jeez, though. I can understand Miss President making that mistake since she's never met me before, but it's like totally way lame that you couldn't tell us apart.
Dude, stop talking like that. You're confusing me.
I can't tell if he's in his right mind or not right now. But that wasn't Teddy. There's another Teddy walking around here. But why would someone be imitating Teddy on purpose?
Hey, I was just about to go to the announcement room to stop this Grand Prix thing, too. Honestly, even though he looks exactly like that general, I kinda doubt this one here's the culprit. But I've stuck to him like glue all this time, because I thought he must have been connected.
The girl looks straight into my eyes as she says this. I can tell that she's not lying. My intuition is strong.
Or at the very least, she believes the lie.
But then, there's something that doesn't add up. I decide to throw it right at her and see how she
Then
reacts.
why did you lie about being the student council president?
Ooh.
Lie? I'm not lying.
But the student council president we just elected is a guy. Are you really a student at Yasagami? What's your name? What class are you in? Who's your teacher?
Uh-oh.
Name? Class?
Chie-chan, you shouldn't interrogate her like that.
I wish I could believe her, but there's too much that seems funny here. Even Rise-chan said she didn't feel normal. There's so much evidence against her that I can't help but be suspicious. You made us fight our friends, and you made everyone say those horrible things. What are you up to?
This girl has to be a persona user. I've been ready for a fight against her this whole time, but instead of challenging me, she turns pale and falls silent. She doesn't have an ounce of aggression in her. Well, that certainly wasn't what I was expecting. All I can do is wait for her to answer.
I don't know my name. I can't remember what class I'm in either.
Huh?
I don't understand it myself. Now that I think about it, I don't even know why I'm here.
How could you... are you serious?
She doesn't even know her own name? And she didn't realize that until I pointed it out? How could that be possible? It doesn't seem like she's lying, but I'm not sure if I can believe her or not. But seeing me lost in thought, the girl looks at the ground with a pained expression.
It probably looks like I'm trying to lie my way out of this. No matter how much I tell you I didn't do this, there's no way you'd believe me.
With that, she turns her back on us. From behind, she seems so frail that it's shocking.
Hey, wait! Where are you going?
To the announcement room. I'm gonna prove my innocence myself. Sorry I doubted you, Teddy. I'll see ya.
Miss President!
The girl shakes off Teddy and darts out of the classroom. I have no idea what to do. I can only stand there and watch as she leaves.
Chie-chan, you have to hurry after her! She can't use a persona! She'll be in trouble if she meets anything dangerous!
She can't use a persona? Wait, then how did she get into this world?
Huh? Oh, you're right.
Huh.
Only persona users can enter TVs. Since Teddy's mind was being messed with just a few minutes ago, I can rule out that she's the one, or that he's... I can rule out that he's the one behind it. The culprit has to be someone else. So far, I've seen 2 people so far that look like they could be so far as the person who did it is the person. That guy in the red cape, this self-proclaimed student council president. But when I first saw the guy, he was being blocked in by the invisible walls. I don't think that whoever created these walls would let himself get trapped like that. And that girl's obviously lying about being the student council president. Plus, Rise-chan sensed that she wasn't a shadow or a human. That puts her at the top of my list. But what if I'm wrong? Oh no, don't tell me.
Does this mean it's like last year's case? Did someone drop her in here?
Oh my!
Then there's someone else who's mimicking Teddy's appearance doing all this? I have a sudden realization. If that girl's just a victim, then her shadow may have come out on its own. Actually, if it did, that would explain why we never seen a place like this when we were been in the TV world. My entire body suddenly goes cold.
Then the culprit isn't her, but her shadow.
Now that I think about it, I should have suspected that from the very beginning. Why didn't I think about that until now? I was confused because I was being forced to fight everybody and my friends were all saying terrible things to me. No, I can't leave things like this.
We have to go after her.
I really wasn't being myself. I didn't listen to what she had to say and I was being so harsh on her for no reason. I'm sure I said something that really hurt her. And if she meets her shadow in a state like that, things are gonna get ugly.
Please, Chie-chan, help Miss President!
I'm on my way.
To be honest, there are some questions that just don't have answers right now. But I can think about that later, after I save that girl. I rush out into the hallway, but she's already out of sight. And the other Teddy's likely that girl's shadow. He's gonna be there too. Please let me make it in time. I have to sprint like the wind.
Wind.
Holy moly! It's like this room's turned into something completely different. First, it's almost twice the size of the real announcement room. Second, the walls are now made of huge glass panels, and it's obvious that the world outside is not the school like it should be. As I expected, there were 3 people inside. Rise-chan, the self-proclaimed student council president, and that girl's shadow.
Or not?
It's possible.
Oh, shit!
Here. She got here first, so I was wondering what happened.
What happened? Huh. My name's Shadow Chair. My face laughs at me. A mirror image of me was standing there.
My shadow here.
I have the hiccups.
Which one do I shoot, chat? Which one do I shoot?
I hope
I don't know. She suddenly appeared.
She had a smiley face pin.
And then...
And I wanted it to be a frowny face pin.
You good?
I thought you just beat me here.
Ugh. Will the outsiders shut up and be quiet? My only business here is with myself.
The shadow turns her sharp golden gaze towards me. There's no mistake about it. That is my shadow. I met her last year. But
You became my persona, though. I don't get it. Why are you back again? It's because you're weak.
rude. Because I'm weak? That's the same thing all my friends were saying when I was forced to fight them.
Wouldn't that
Oops, sorry.
be nice? But no one can ever let go of their weaknesses. I'll stay inside you, and I'll keep screaming your true feelings for everyone to hear. Wait, when the general said the Grand Prix was for me, he meant...
True. It appeared that my friends weren't in their right minds a number of times today. I didn't let that bother me at the time, but was this place really born from my own weakness? Even though I accepted my shadow, am I so weak that it came out again? Are all the horrible things that everyone's been going through, are they all my fault?
Become stronger. You want to be a police officer? Why did you really wish for that? The desire to protect those who are precious to you was only a cover story. What you really want is to be a hero, a shining force for justice.
It's such a freaking oof face. Like, Mom, is that you? I don't know.
You're ordinary in every way, but you want to be a winner. And to get there, you'd even use those precious to you as stepping stones.
The face I know so well laughs mockingly.
Honestly, my face is probably the one I see the least.
That's not true. That wasn't what I was thinking at all. Are you gonna deny it again? That you're me?
You can hear Labrys's voice behind Shadow Chie's voice. That's why it sounded off in those one little moments, I guess. I can't hear it there, though.
I can't deny her. That's what shadows do. They try to make the real person deny their existence, and then they try to take the place of the real one. I know that. But I can't stop my emotions. I was able to accept her as part of myself last year, but I can't right now. I mean, how can I just accept this was my fault? That I, of all people, did such horrible things to my friends. My vision blurs, my hands and legs tremble.
No, you're not.
Just then,
No, Senpai, don't listen to her.
Get her, Rise.
Rise-chan?
I turn around and meet Rise-chan's gaze. She's looking straight at me, meeting my eyes, even though I'm so weak.
Chie's awoken to her X-ray vision.
The girl behind her is looking at me with worry, too. Both of them have a look in their eyes that say they have faith in me.
This is what faith looks like?
Yep.
Wow. My dad really did have faith in me.
Even though they must have heard those whose fault this is, who caused all of the horrible things they had to go through. I have to ask myself, if I deny that I'm weak and my shadow goes berserk right now, will I make these two suffer even more? Do I want that to happen?
You're right. What?
That's right. I remember now. I remember the time when my shadow first came out. At that time, I had Yukun and Yosuke with me. I was saved because I wasn't alone. It's the same for right now, too.
I won't deny any of what you just said. I do still wish to be a hero. And I do feel inferior to Yukiko and the others sometimes. Part of me loves how cool it would be to become a police officer. But that's not all there is to it. Wanting to protect everyone. That's my main reason. I can't let my friends down. Not after they accepted me for who I was. I'm not amazing like them. But that doesn't mean I can't be proud of myself. That's why I'm working at what I'm good at. What's so bad about that?
That's right. Everyone said so before I came here.
Sorry, I wish I could help you. But I'm sure you can save the others.
I believe in you. Good luck.
These some aggressive flashbacks.
Please, Chie-chan, help Miss President!
You can save them.
Everyone believed in me. They trusted me to do everything because I said I could. And even though they aren't with me right now, their trust in me is helping me to stand strong. That's why I should be able to take this on.
She calmed her emotions.
I want to protect Rise-chan and that girl and everyone who's still at the school. Not because I want to be a hero, but because I love them. My weakness gave birth to you, right? Then I'll put an end to this right now.
I brought you into this world.
Yeah,
I can take you out
of it.
I'm not scared of my shadow anymore. Now I'll end this for sure.
So I wonder what Miss President is seeing whenever the illusion is in effect.
Right, Astrid? I wonder that too. Like maybe she just sees the bad side of both of them, and she's like,
This conversation doesn't make any sense.
Oh. Shadow Chie.
The single brain cell is now working overtime.
Whirlwind. She trying.
Oh, that's a cool palette swap. Oh, face kick.
I always thought like blocking with your like shins would be so painful.
Whoa! Oh, I got her. Oh, I went for low kick. I always loved that about Soul Calibur is they gave you like 3 seconds to kick people when they were down for some reason.
Oh yeah, at the end.
Yeah. So like after, like if someone was like really cheesing you or whatever, you get through and they're down and you wait like the second because they expect it and they're like, oh, I guess they're not. And then right before it ends, you just boot them a little bit. Never again. I don't know. She just died.
I won.
Having managed to calm my raging shadow, I turned back to the other two girls. I was able to protect them, right?
What was that all about?
Oh yeah. I'm really sorry I doubted you.
Rise-chan and I quickly explained what just happened to the shaken girl. How in this world your repressed inner thoughts, your shadow separates from you. How it appears in the form of your other self and tries all sorts of tricks to try to take the real person's place. Then again, in my case, I had experienced that once already and I should have been okay. But it looks like I did it again.
So, the real cause of this was actually me.
A shadow. A repressed self.
I'm not surprised it hasn't registered. It is coming from left field for you.
And cue the door exploding.
I'm bad at explaining things after all. If only someone smart like Naoto-kun was here right now, she'd be able to explain things a whole lot better. But what's important isn't that this girl understands what happened. It's that I have to accept my shadow once more.
What the?
Bang!
I thought I eliminated any possibility of her heart breaking free. Did she not suffer enough? No. I did everything right.
The lights suddenly drop, and plunging the room into darkness, and a voice echoes throughout the gloom. A voice? That's not my shadow! What in the world is going on?
Teddy?
I realized that the fake Teddy was suddenly standing in the room without us noticing him. Huh? Where'd my shadow go?
I get it. She was pretending to be General Teddy this whole time. Am I right?
Ding, ding, ding.
Looks like you'll be alone forever.
Oh.
No one can understand you.
Tell me something I don't know.
Huh?
It might look like Teddy. It might look like Teddy again, but that tone of voice and way of speaking are nothing like what Teddy would say. What he's saying is a bit weird too. Maybe he's not actually talking to me? Could he be talking about this other girl? What could this mean?
Why don't we put an end to this game? Are you still going to keep deluding yourself?
Delude? Whoa, wait a sec. Aren't you supposed to be my shadow? No, that shadow, it's resonating with Miss President. What?
I'll I'll show you.
This turn of events is perplexing, but the fake Teddy smirks and snaps his fingers.
Wow. That's a good word, Chie. Whoop.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Dun dun dun!
No way! That's that other girl's face. That's her shadow?
Oh, that's good.
She cries out, apparently in shock over seeing that the shadow has robotic limbs. What's going on?
Wait, does this mean it was this girl's shadow all along?
That's right. And like you just saw, I can distort people's appearances and words.
It distorted people's appearances and words? So it was just taking on Teddy's form this whole time? And was making me and my friends fight each other? That was the shadow too?
Such power. It's because I'm her and she's me. That's right. She's the real liar here.
I'm her, she's me, you're you, that's Risei. All caught up, okay? Great.
Don't be ridiculous. I didn't lie.
Oh, please. Just look at me. I look exactly like you.
The biggest lie was the one that she told herself.
That's not true.
The shadow draws closer, making a point to show off her body. She has a mechanical body with large wing-like metallic parts jutting out from her back. These wings turn into a giant axe that the shadow grabs from the air.
So cool!
The girl looks away.
There's no need to be scared. That's just a twisted version of you.
Don't be
worry,
scared.
it's just
some twisted, fucked up version of you that probably wants to kill you and steal your life.
Just face it.
Don't be
I
scared.
did it. I did it almost twice. How many times have you been able to do it?
It's
Not
mostly
even once?
all bark and no bite, except for that
you.
axe. That looks like it really kicks ass.
Yeah, but you probably have one
The
too.
original person, deny them. It'll be okay, but you need to calm down.
A twisted version of her? She's the one that's twisted. You still refuse to remember? Look at me. And stop deluding yourself.
The shadow snaps her fingers.
I just need Chie to be like, it's okay. Some things are better when they're diluted, like iced tea that's too strong.
What's it gonna turn into now? I brace myself for the shadow to change, but I don't expect what happens next.
To be continued?
The shadow doesn't change, but the girl does. Her arms quickly change right before our eyes. Her hands turned up pale and smooth.
Miss President's body? What is this? Another illusion? I don't think so. I knew something was weird when I first sensed her. That girl isn't human.
No! No! Don't look at me!
She tries to hide her body from us, but she can't hide everything. The shadow sneers even more as the girl curls up on the floor and spins the axe as if taunting her. Even though the shadow has the same face as her, seeing her wield such a giant chunk of metal so effortlessly only shows how monstrous she really is.
Man, what I really need from this whole game is for this scene to play out, but with Aigis to be there, and then Shadow Labrys does another illusion where Aigis turns into a human and she's like, no! I'm all soft and squishy and I don't have missiles anymore! Oh, no! It's awful! Who's gonna make the toast in the morning?
The shadow brandishes the axe in her hands without hesitation. That's when...
Oh my god, I did not expect that. You're not Aigis.
Kanji-kun!
Kanji-kun bursts through the wall. Well, it looks like more like he was thrown through it. He isn't moving an inch.
Nice.
You came to save us! Or not.
Or not.
It's no use. He's completely unconscious.
Nice.
A voice I've heard somewhere before comes from the other side of the new hole in the wall.
Oh no. Oh
You
my
must be Labrys.
god. Oh no, Kanji, why?
You're that red cape guy from before!
Sure enough, the owner of that voice is the guy in the red cape. He steps into the room, brushing dust from his shoulders.
Well, this is new.
Is he the one that blasted Kanji-kun in here?
I mean, hey, I'm not a detective, but given the evidence right now.
Then, is he an enemy? I take a defensive stance, but he ignores me. Instead, he fixes his gaze on the girl in her shadow.
Another Labrys. Fine. I'll just calm them both down.
Akihiko, which one do I shoot?
Yeah,
Both.
Both.
What? Both.
Akihiko would be the worst parent.
Yeah.
He smirks confidently and raises his fists. Who's Labrys? Is that this girl's name? It seems like he knows who she is. Who is this guy?
To be continued.
Roundabout way to do the story. Roundabout's the name of the song, too.
So I just realized, like, every character that's left is yours. In fact, wait, didn't you even have Yosuke?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's hilarious.
It's so funny.
It's actually really funny.
It's so hilarious.
Okay. I guess I'll be Naoto and I'll talk in the inside Naoto voice. This is how Naoto thinks.
Okay, who we voting on?
I think we should probably just do Naoto, right?
Naoto?
Naoto or Yukiko, if I want to make it seem like it wasn't my decision.
I'm down for doing Teddy as well.
Yeah, you didn't need to do Yosuke. It was funny. Really, I should have done Yosuke.
You should have done Yosuke. You should have also done Kanji.
Yeah, well, you just jumped right into it.
No, I didn't. There was a vote.
Did.
There was a vote.
After you jumped into it, I was going to do Kanji, and then you jumped into it. I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll vote.
Oh, I thought that you weren't
No, I remember we both started doing it basically the same time.
Naoto or Teddy? Who's the vote?
Do Naoto Yukiko.
Naoto Yukiko. So vote 0 for Naoto, vote 1 for Yukiko. I just thought that you weren't gonna do the voice, so then I was like, well, I guess I'll do the voice. Wow, that's something that you need to not be doing.
Hey.
That's a terrible sound.
What? It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's totally fine.
It is the opposite of fine.
Now we can't hear the good music. Way to go, Nyanny.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. It's Naoto.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're P4A versions of the instant kills. Huh.
So Clay, she's all yours.
Oh, okay. Damn it. Oh, interesting. Huh.
Wow.
Oh, there is a lower HUD. Oh, neat. Did I just, like, plop it, like, right in the middle? Huh.
Sure. Break out.
Ooh. That's
cool. Ooh, yeah. Oh. I like how we go from remix mode to not remix mode.
I know.
It's good.
Hi. My name's Naoto.
What follows are my impressions of the organization called the Shadow Operatives, as well as their leader, Mitsuru Kirijo.
My fingers fly across the keyboard. My last case was special. I need to complete my report, see, before I get any important details. My name is Naoto Shirogane. I'm a detective. The Shirogane family has been working as detectives for generations, and this is their story. Though I'm young and still in high school, I have been given the opportunity to take on several cases and have built up experience as a detective. My work here has earned me some trust, as every so often the police will come to me for my assistance. That's where this story begins. A sudden request from the Inaba Police Department. That was about a month ago, early April. They came into my office and said, All yours. And I said, wow. Okay. Last summer, I'd received a request from the prefectural police to come to the town of Inaba. A bizarre series of murders was occurring. A corpse would turn up every morning after a foggy night. In the end, it turned out to be the most difficult case of my career. It's been about 2 weeks since that case was closed. No, from the public's viewpoint, 4 months have passed since the crimes were stopped. The culprit has been arrested and prosecuted. Peace has returned. But to return there is a depressing proposition. I'm not unwilling to help the police again, but my involvement with the previous case is something I'd like to not go through again. To be completely honest, that particular case was no simple series of murders. Yep. Persona users. It's nonsense. Worst case scenario, I'd be discredited. Yep. Having to leave out the details, pretty terrible. While on my way to the police department for this new case, I go through a list of possible questions and answers I would need. Something's different today, though. After greeting the receptionist, I'm not led to the usual dull meeting room. Instead, I'm taken to a reception area on the top floor. A leather-trimmed sofa, a curved wooden table. A nouveau riche setting.
Looks like this may take some time.
If this was just going to be paperwork and basic questioning, they wouldn't have brought me to this special room. Is it a new case? I have to wait several minutes before someone comes to speak with me. When the door finally opens, a man wearing a suit, not fitting the uniform of a local officer, walks in. It's a bear suit.
I'm sorry about the wait.
He hands me his card.
Allow me to introduce myself.
His card has a lengthy title. National Police Agency, Security Bureau, Security Planning Division, First Rank, Second Seed. Also, Marketing Division Supervisor, Second Tier. And Esquire. I was shocked. They're more commonly known as the Public Safety Police. The Security Planning Division is the command center for departments that handle terrorist threats, coup d'etat plots, and foreign affairs. The secret police also belong to this group. Why would a person of this importance come all the way to a rural locale like this? I look him in the eyes. He appears to be measuring me up.
I see you're enough on the ball that you don't need a lengthy introduction. Good.
Without any further talk, the man gets to his point.
Have you heard of the Kirijo group?
I doubt there are many who haven't.
I'll get right to the point. We'd like to hire you to perform a sub-rosa investigation on them.
You need a corporation quietly investigated. Why me? I don't see what I can do that your own department cannot.
I would agree if shadows and personas weren't involved.
Gasp. This time, I'm unable to hide my surprise. But the man continues, either failing to see or purposefully ignoring my reaction.
One summer 12 years ago, there was an explosion at the Kirijo-owned Tatsumi Port Island, killing over 50 people. You would have been very young at the time.
I've reviewed that case. The official explanation was that a gas main leaked during a construction project.
And you believed that?
Though, a bizarre rumor saw quite a bit of circulation.
The mass media noticed that there was a suspiciously large number of researchers amongst the casualties.
What were all these weird researchers doing at a high school?
They floated the theory that the official explanation was a lie, and that the explosion was really caused by some dubious experiment.
No concrete evidence was ever found to support those claims, though. As I recall, the matter was left unsettled. Some may still remember the incident, though I don't think many could recall the finer points.
Those rumors were all true.
His voice becomes firm.
What?
Those researchers under Koetsu Kirijo, the old Kirijo group manager, were working on harnessing the power of shadows. The experiment went awry, and they lost control of the shadows. That's what caused the explosion.
Experiments using shadows. They lost control? Are you saying the shadows flooded the city? The real world?
I can't speak to that. There was no way of getting hard answers back then. No one took the spooky stories seriously. But that accident got the government and the police's attention, though they didn't launch an investigation until a year or two ago.
That couldn't be helped. Law can only preside over the world as we know it. Things that can't be explained can't be governed.
Only those in the Kirijo group know exactly what happened and how much of the aftermath was dealt with.
The aftermath?
That word has a bad ring to it. It brings to mind a cover-up of some dark
Their
secret.
cleanup efforts continued until quite recently. They were using some method known only to them, entirely behind our backs. We think they've been conducting illegal activities in the 10 years since then, while hiding behind their cleanup efforts.
And you wish for me to confirm this?
Not only do you have a relationship with us, you have a persona and extensive experience in the field. We can't think of a better candidate.
And since I'm not directly affiliated with the police, if I were to be caught in a trap, it wouldn't lead back to you.
If that's the way you want to put it.
My reply was meant to be sarcastic, but this conversation is exceptionally draining. I must applaud public safety. They know everything about anybody they choose to investigate. There's no point in trying to bargain with them. He continues explaining indifferently, as if able to sense my resignation.
Last year, in conjunction with the Kirijo group, we established an unofficial department in the force. It's a special unit capable of dealing with shadow-related cases.
This is news to my ears.
I like Tintin.
That's a rather bold move. You went so far as to join forces with the ones you suspect of illicit activities?
And that's exactly why we did it. We must keep a leash on them by integrating them into the system.
But the police are far behind information-wise. Officially, you are higher on the chain of command, but less so in practice.
Damn, Naoto, leave the man alone.
Right?
His pride is so fragile. I try throwing out a theory as I begin to get a grasp on what's taking place. The man didn't so much as flinch, but he didn't give me much of an answer either. He's probably accepted his fate.
You'd need some leverage to keep your hold on them. Thus, this secret investigation. What exactly do you want me to do?
You know, working with you would be a lot more pleasant if you would just stop this. Do you want the job or not?
That will depend on your answer.
So that's their game plan. I figured as much. An organization as big as the Kirijo group is hiding the secret about shadows. Now, should I take the job or not? As a person with persona abilities, I'm naturally interested in learning how much is known about the shadows. And this job could potentially give me leverage over the government in the future. While I'm deep in thought, the man continues, as if he can read my mind.
If we're hiring you to further our organization, you're mistaken.
I can't help but look up at the obvious change in his tone.
Our sources say it's possible that they've been talking students from the Kirijo-owned school into doing their dirty work.
Whoa.
They've been pleading ignorance while making ordinary kids clean up whatever messes they've left. And that, we don't forgive. We're supposed to be upholding the law. We can't overlook things like this.
He's surprisingly sincere. He's staring right at me. Unlike up until now, his eyes are strong and bold. He truly doesn't want anyone innocent to suffer. Of course, this could be an act to convince me, but even then, I do agree with that opinion. All that remains is to find out Kirijo's intentions.
All right. In that case, I accept, though I don't plan on abandoning my school life here. I'll do what I can to help, but only within those limits.
I would never have dictated conditions like this before, but the reason I'd come to this town and transferred to Yasogami High School was all for my investigation. But the school life and dear friends that I've gained have become irreplaceable to me.
Reading over the Venetians is tough.
I know. It may sound childish to demand that I stay with my friends, but if they refuse to budge in that regard, that's that. However,
that's fine with us.
He accepts my condition, almost too easily, and then immediately begins to explain the details of the case.
At the end of this month, the Kirijo group is airlifting some special cargo. Kirijo has asked our help in making sure the cargo is transported safely. We'd like you to accompany them as a police observer.
What do they mean, transported safely?
Please stop for a second.
Assurance of no public investigation if any unforeseen situation were to arise.
When the game's reading and Clay's reading, I don't have much to say, chat. I mean, I don't know what more you want from me, chat. Is this what you want,
if
chat?
anything does happen, we will hold them responsible.
And what is this special cargo?
It's something to do with the shadow research. They've admitted that much, but we don't know the exact details. According to our research, it's most likely something from the old ergonomics research laboratory, classified as risk level 4.
Risk level 4?
In other words, even though it's sealed up tight, it's extremely dangerous.
They even have a risk scale for something like this. It seems that Kirijo's research goes into a variety of different things. Hey. As I'm thinking, the man slides a photograph to me. Is that just their, like, daily wear? It's a beautiful young lady. Her eyes show a strong will, as striking as her blazing red hair. Her hair reminds me of something. I may have seen her picture while going through the documents regarding the Port Island incident. Of course, the girl in those pictures was much younger.
This woman will be on that flight. Her name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Kirijo.
She's the oldest daughter of the Kirijo family, Koetsu Kirijo's granddaughter. It was he who devised the experiments 12 years ago. You should know that she's also a powerful persona user.
Gasp!
A persona user besides us. I was suspecting something like this, but to hear it out loud is still shocking. So there are persona users other than those of us who were involved in the case last year.
We believe she took the lead in gathering students 3 years ago when she was still in high school. We'd like you to first go to her residence and meet with her.
All right.
I'm sure you figured out by now, since she's a high-ranking Kirijo group official and a persona user, but she's a shadow operative.
I think the highest-ranking Kirijo group official?
She's member number 1, the general manager. And not because she's a Kirijo, but because she has the abilities to back it up.
Meanwhile, Junpei's like somewhere with his tie-dye shirt and his backwards hat being like, actually, I'm the highest member.
Actually, I'm the president of the company.
I'm the president of the company.
Can you do this? If she's dirty, then this won't be easy for you.
He's got a point. Dirty Mitsuru.
I already accepted your assignment, so I must simply make the best of it.
What are we gonna do? Offer. Oh, there it is.
Offer my hand.
I offer my hand. He has the firm grip of someone who's worked on the front lines of the law. A few days later, I receive a message informing me that the transport is to be on the 1st of May. It's on a school day, but since I've taken the job, there's nothing I can do about it. In fact, I should be glad that this didn't overlap with the extended holiday. I haven't heard the details, but I expect to have some important arrangements during Golden Week. Arrangements to reunite with my upperclassman Yu Narukami, who was the leader of our group during last year's incident. Let me tell you about it.
Like, the thing is, it needs a drop. Like, the text just needs a drop shadow. Just a small one, just to make it,
well, they give it the, like...
They give it, like...
shading behind it, but
it's really not great. I was like, Velvet
May 1st. The cargo is due to be transported from a laboratory near the Kirijo mansion. I make my way to the mansion to present myself and end up accompanying the security detail. The limousine is incredibly long. Apparently, it isn't all that rare for the upper class in other countries to ride in cars this large, but it's downright comical on the tiny roads of Japan. That was where I met Mitsuru Kirijo in person.
Nice to meet you. My name is Naoto Shirogane. I'll be acting as an observer today.
I've been told about you. It's nice meeting you as well. I'm Mitsuru Kirijo.
Her beauty is enough to attract anyone's attention. She was so much less imposing than in the picture. Huh.
I didn't expect the police's observer to be so young.
Does that bother you?
And I didn't expect your car to be so long.
Oh,
but
damn.
Here we are.
No, I didn't mean to downplay your abilities. Forgive me.
I took a look at Kirijo-san's face. She's the only daughter of the founding family, but it's been 2 years since she renounced the practice of the Kirijo group being run by the family.
So, do you think, like, Naoto would be the person to be like, so did you have, like skin a bear or something to get that coat? Like...
Maybe. Probably not, though. Naoto would just know.
Yeah.
2000 IQ. In other words, she's simply the CEO's daughter now, not the heir of the company. She must be used to the constant stress. Being a female leader at such a young age, getting people to acknowledge her must have been a struggle. I don't need to mince words in dealing with types like her. I decide to cut to the chase.
Tell me, what are the contents of your cargo?
I'm ashamed to have to admit this, but since the original researchers have passed away, we don't know what's in it either. We can't allow the worst-case scenario for such an item to come to pass in the middle of a city. That's why we plan to transfer these items to a distant facility according to their indicated risk level.
No, Chad, it's regular, Nyanny. You guys are just crazy.
A natural decision. Her posture, her actions. If that was all an act, I must commend her for her ability to deal with the unexpected. But personally, my impression is that she's a trustworthy person. Before leaving, I have a chance to see the Kirijo mansion. I have to say that it's surprisingly simple. It wasn't just empty luxury, but something rather more rational. I feel that it shows what kind of person she is. At any rate, her intelligence and presence are proof enough of her upbringing. If she was hiding something, it'd be hard to figure that out.
Then I'll stay near the cargo along with the police escort. I'll contact you immediately if anything happens.
All right. If anything is unclear to you, feel free to ask me.
Her eyes look straight at me, and I feel like she could see through everything. I end our conversation shortly after and quietly wait for us to arrive.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you liking the game?
It's pretty good. Crimson, yeah, it's pretty good. I think that, these stories are really neat. It's neat to see the different things. It's good.
Every time it's you're not me. All I hear is the dum-dums being stupid and not realizing that, if we were lying, why do you fear it? Me, crab.
Dun 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 dun. Boom.
Shadow Jackson. Thank you, Shadow Jackson.
Persona! To be fair, literally every single Persona game involves high schoolers cleaning up a mess.
Gestrid! Yes, the next one, Persona 6, will be janitors.
P5 is kind of about like high schoolers making a mess.
No, cleaning up the mess of adults. Adult messes. They require adult-sized diapers. Depends. Get your depends.
I'm not going to debate that, though.
Nyani, chat can't see you. So we need to hear from you every 30 seconds or so, or chat will worry.
Don't worry, Miss Megs. Everything's totally normal with me, Nyanny.
Mega Pampers. God
Mega Pampers. Thank you, Miss Megs.
Thank you.
Shadow Nyani, I am a shadow, the true self.
Haha, it's you.
No, you're not me. It's impossible.
Oh, fuck. The limousine, transport truck, and multiple security cars reached the airport without any incident. The cargo may be dangerous, but according to the records, it was kept safely in storage for the past 10 years. Plus, it is worthless to the average person. Because of this, the people involved in the security don't look tense. Kirijo-san hands her servant her travel bag. It's almost as if she's simply going on vacation.
Yakushima. Huh.
The plane's destination is to one of the southern islands. I'm sure it'd be fun to go with everyone. I realize what I'm thinking and have to laugh to myself. A year ago, I would have never considered that it would be fun to spend time with others. But I can't help but think that way now. Soon, they'll begin moving the cargo out of the truck. I clear my mind of daydreams and look to the back of the truck. They pass through the gate for large cargo shipments. The shipment is in imposing metal cases, but among all of the other shipping containers, it doesn't attract much attention from the airport staff. Yeah, right, I'd be like, ooh, what the fuck is this?
I know, look at those cool blue things. Are those handles? What are they? Are they pipes? Tubes?
It's not long before the final case is unloaded from the truck. It's obviously different from the rest. It's covered in what seems to be heavy industrial grade steel. It's about 1 meter wide and broad, and 2.5 meters tall. It looks like something very special's in there, but even if someone was targeting the shipment, it would be impossible to steal that. 4 men in suits slowly tip the case sideways to place it on the cart. Seeing it on its side reminds me of something. Looks like a coffin. The moment I realize that, a shiver runs down my spine. It does look big enough to have room for a person to lie down in. Could there really be a person inside it? Could it be that this tight security is not to prevent theft, but to keep the cargo from escaping? No. How can I imagine things like this without any proof? I shake my head to clear it of these pointless thoughts.
I just love that. How can I imagine it without proof? It's almost like imagination doesn't need proof to exist.
Almost. Am I just shaken because I heard it has something to do with shadows? Eventually, the check-in process is complete and the announcement begins boarding echoes through the airport. I relax a little, relieved that nothing has happened up to this point. Once the plane takes off, the only thing in our way is the sky. Stupid sky. I'll get you one day.
You can't stay up there forever.
Gotta come down sometime. I know you're in cahoots with the ceiling. I had put an earpiece turned on to the police radio to keep up with the current situation. So far, nothing was out of the ordinary. Kirijo-san's group finished checking in and had boarded the plane. The cargo should be loaded soon. After I supervise that, I'll check in and Just as I think that, an urgent voice jumps onto the band.
Aircraft squawk code has changed to 7500.
What the fuck?
7,500.
I have trouble mentally shifting gears after that long period of inactivity. I never imagined I would hear that number with my own ears.
7,500? A hijacking?
Is the plane I'm investigating being hijacked? That can't be a coincidence. But could this have been set up by the police or the Kirijo group? No. There's no benefit for either of them to get involved with the general public, if that's the case.
Is it the cargo they want?
There really is someone after the cargo. Wait, if they're after the cargo, why hijack the plane? If they're not trying to steal the cargo, could they be after Kirijo-san? No, that doesn't feel right. Hijacking isn't an efficient method to carry out a kidnapping or an assassination. If they have the time and the resolve to pull this off, they'd be far better off trying to take over the plane in mid-flight. I can't figure out their objective. Why would they do something that attracts so much attention? This is a very peculiar time to attempt to take over of a plane. Very peculiar indeed. Hijacking before departure forfeits the biggest benefits of hijacking. But at the same time, all normal airport operations will come to a halt while everyone turns their focus on the plane in question. The airport will naturally stop loading baggage onto the plane while this hijacking goes on. It's the perfect distraction. So they are after the cargo.
If that was the case, the hijacking is only a decoy. But would they really risk their lives hijacking a plane over one piece of cargo?
As I think, I scan the area from my viewpoint up in the boarding area. I see a van that had been parked near the cargo area suddenly peel out. A suspicious departure at this time? I have a bad feeling about this, but the cargo was just unloaded right in front of my own eyes. I didn't see anyone steal it. Wait, hold on. The four men in suits with the handcart. I don't see them. I'd lost track of them, the rush of activity after the hijack call. I grind my teeth and interrupt the radio call.
002, over. A suspicious vehicle is leaving the scene. Stay in pursuit. It's a large vehicle, about 2 tons. License plate.
I hear someone confirm with Roger, but there's shouting and confusion going on in the background. I'm unsure if my intentions have been understood. I run across the airport by myself. I need to grab hold of these people's tail, even if to only get a few hairs. Of course, there's no way I can catch a vehicle on foot, but I have a plan. I run down the escalator and bolt for the passenger pickup area at the arrivals lobby. I look outside and there it is, just as I thought. The suspicious vehicle was coming this way. The airport's road layout is a loop. After leaving the departure lobby, cars must take a turn and curve back around the arrival lobby before being able to reach the surface streets. I hide in the crowd and wait for the van to get close. And just as it passes, I throw a small, sticky lump at the van. Luckily for me, it strikes and sticks, low on the van's side. There's a compact transmitter in there. You'd have to be pretty close to pick up the signal, but it's better than nothing. I take my hat off and wipe my forehead. The pedestrians around me begin to stir. Everyone stops and stares at their smartphones. I didn't need to look. I knew. The first news of the hijacking is hitting the media. I put my hat back on and pull the brim low. I'll have to be careful not to let the information flying about confuse me. I keep my guard up as I quickly walk back to the departure lobby.
Justin says, when 2000 IQ makes you read 2 minutes of text about how they may or may not be hijacking.
Right?
But probably are hijacking the plane.
But why, Justin? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Another 45 minutes pass without any more clear information coming through. There's chaos on the radio and people are in panic. But after an hour, the confusion suddenly stops and a shocking report comes over the radio.
All personnel on scene. The suspects have been apprehended. The hijacking is over. I repeat.
They dealt with it so soon?
Though some passengers were ill, there were no casualties. As far as I know, the hijackers didn't even make any demands. It's hard to think that the police could have negotiated with them. But on the other hand, there's no indication that the special assault team had stormed the plane. Did the group surrender, now that their decoy objective was complete?
What's going on here?
Just then, a radio call comes in directly for me.
Operator to 002, over. The hijacking has been dealt with, but the transfer must be canceled. The whereabouts of one piece of cargo cannot be confirmed. All indications are that it has been stolen.
Then that vehicle earlier. Are you still in pursuit?
We're tracking it through the N system. Head to the guest room immediately so we can discuss our response.
It looks like my call to report that suspicious van had not been a mistake.
Understood.
Soon after, the involved parties were gathered in a VIP room. Kirijo-san and the police are talking hurriedly. But because there's a lot of confidential information being discussed, It was only expected that there would be some difficulties in communicating. At any rate, the van on the run can be tracked through the N system. The hijackers were handed over to the airport police, while those of us who knew the truth about the cargo were moved to one of her buildings.
That was a very tidy operation. I had thought it would take at least half a day.
To put it delicately, we had someone with special abilities handling this. Then again, though we prevented any harm from coming to the hostages, we lost the cargo.
Nothing for it, I suppose. Who would have expected an entire hijacking to cover up the theft of some cargo? I must apologize to you as well. I was the closest at hand when it happened.
No, you did more than enough. It's thanks to your sharp eyes that we're able to track the suspicious vehicle now. I'm impressed that you realized in all the chaos that the cargo was the true target. You even spotted their getaway truck.
Thank you. Our next step should be to interrogate the suspects in custody and...
Sadly, it won't be that simple. I haven't heard much yet, but it seems they're having unexpected difficulties with the interrogation. It will take some time.
Cut the Joker in the interrogation room. I don't know anything.
If they were prepared to risk their lives for this operation, I suppose they won't break so easily.
We made an error in judgment. We were too focused on preventing the item itself from doing any damage.
But since they targeted something so unusual, that should narrow down the suspect pool.
I can't deny it's possible that someone connected to the Kirijo group is behind this. Thank you for your assistance, Shirogane. I'm sorry to have involved you in this mess, but the professionals will take it from here.
How old would you be right now? 12? Something like, I don't know anything. Professionals. In other words, she plans to investigate this herself as a shadow operative.
Does that mean my work here is done?
I'm afraid so. We do value your cooperation.
This is a bit of a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
The case turned itself into a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
The Kirijo group and the police want to keep this under wraps. That is, they cannot open a public investigation. On top of that, the shadow operatives are, technically, an organization working for the police. Technically, there's no room for freelancers here. Therefore, by my reasoning, there's no need for me to be involved in the investigation any further. Refusing to back down, however, would only draw attention. With no other choice, I decide to take my leave. Ooh. It must have been the chaos at the office. Despite the unusual events, the man who hired me has not yet gotten in touch with me. I entertained the thought of returning home to Inaba, but luckily enough, I've brought enough luggage for a short trip out of town. I decide to stay the night at a business hotel near the airport and wait for a while for my client to contact me. Time passes. At 9 o'clock, I finally receive a phone call from the man.
That's your ringtone?
Things have taken an unexpected turn. This case is under the jurisdiction of the shadow operatives now.
That will make it very difficult to continue my secret investigation.
But right now, you're the only one we have who's gotten that close. We heard you earned Kirijo's trust after the hijacking. We'd like you to keep up your investigation. We're currently making arrangements for you to pick it up again in a natural way.
What are you going to have me do? I will not act as a spy.
I'll be in touch later.
He hangs up without waiting for my reply. I sigh, if you didn't hear it. I feel a weight in my heart. This has a high possibility of turning into a private investigation from the shadows. Pretty much a polite way of saying corporate espionage. If I'm to take on this job, I need to have some sort of plan. At any rate, I cannot plan my movements without knowing how the situation is progressing. It'd be far better to prepare for tomorrow instead of getting worked up with worry. I read the newspaper and watch some of the TV coverage on today's events, then go to bed early. A day passes, and even by the night of May 2nd, the man has not contacted me again. It seems the police are having trouble zeroing in on the suspicious vehicle. Considering the skill with which the crime was pulled off, I wouldn't be surprised if that van was dumped somewhere and the cargo loaded into another vehicle. Going through all the possibilities is just a way to kill time. It's what I do for fun. But that was the only thing I had to do. Nothing happened until the sky began to darken and the sun went down. My phone finally rang.
I hate that.
But surprisingly, the name on the screen brought a smile to my face.
Yes, Shirogane speaking.
Hi, Naoto-kun. Oh, I'm not interrupting your work, am I?
No, it's quite all right.
Sorry to call so late. I wanted to at least give it one more shot about tomorrow.
That's right. So much has been happening that I completely forgot that the school holiday starts tomorrow. And of course, we're supposed to have our reunion with Yu-senpai when he visits from the city tomorrow. I was supposed to be able to meet up with them. I didn't imagine that I'd be stuck here for 3 days thanks to the attempted hijacking at the airport. But since I've undertaken the job, I have obligations that I just can't abandon. I've started to actually feel some anger towards whoever the culprits are.
I'm sorry, but it seems I still won't be able to make it. I'm actually not in Inaba at the moment, to be honest.
In Inaba?
In Inaba?
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that. Oh, then I guess you can't check even if it rains.
Even if it rains?
Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself.
What was that?
It's okay, Naoto-kun. I know there are people who'll be in trouble without you. You need to stay there and help them out.
Yes, well...
Help them out, huh? It irritates me to know that what I'm going to do is pretty much spy work.
It really is a shame. Give my regards to Senpai and the others, won't you?
Send Senpai my regards.
Right?
Will do. Good luck with the job.
I hang up the phone, seeing my dear Senpai again. Oh, I feel that's much more important than a job with uncertain outcome. I feel a little sad that I'm going to miss it. Maybe I should just turn the case down and make a surprise visit tomorrow.
I wonder if any train would make it in time.
But it looks like the case is not about to let me leave. Just after my talk with Chie-san, I was preparing for bed. The public safety official called me again.
It seems we may be back on for the secret investigation. Mitsuru Kirijo just requested our cooperation. We agreed. A detective by the name of Kurosawa will be heading out tomorrow. We want you to accompany him to the rendezvous point.
It seems we may be back on for the secret investigation. Mitsuru Kirijo has requested our cooperation.
Oh, damn.
When I asked about this Kurosawa fellow, I received an unanticipated answer. Apparently, he had helped Kirijo-san's activities on his own while he was a constable. And though his superiors didn't understand what Kirijo-san was up to, he followed his own instincts and helped her to protect his town. Normally, he'd be punished for this, but the situation took a 180-degree turn thanks to the establishment of the Shadow Operatives. His knowledge has been invaluable, and rather than being disciplined, he has been promoted to a plainclothes detective.
Kurosawa is willing to leak you whatever info he learns about the Kirijo group through his cooperation with them.
I'm surprised he agreed to that. Hasn't he assisted Kirijo-san and her group in the past?
I'm afraid that's something you'll have to ask him about, although he seems to have his own agenda.
I confirmed several other details before ending the call. Detective Kurosawa. If he's working with the Kirijo group, it could be something of a problem. But if they have information to leak, that means they must have located the vehicle in question. Still, considering how long it took them to find it, I may be in for a long trip. Where am I going to be sent now? I shrug. The next day, May 3rd, I meet with Detective Kurosawa. I expected someone to look shadier, but the man appeared hardworking and honest.
I'm Kurosawa.
I'm Naoto Shiragane. Thank you for your assistance.
I've heard rumors about you, Ace Detective. Let's get going.
We make our greeting brief, and I get into Detective Kurosawa's car. A private investigation in a location that I have no prior knowledge or experience of.
She's so sus right now.
Right?
She's like, what the frick? Where are you taking me?
This was a depressing job in the first place, and the addition of more and more unknown variables is only making me more displeased with it.
Pretty listless.
Oh no, I'm fine. Where are we headed, by the way?
The place where they found the getaway car from the hijacking. A town called Inaba. It's a small place with an odd history. They just had a bizarre serial murder case there last year.
Inaba. Sounds really close to my hometown of Inaba.
Inaba?
Fuck. That's right,
Inaba. Did you say Inaba?
Why is this happening? I can't stop the surprise from showing in my voice. It's a little weird.
That's your hometown, right? Isn't that why they're sending you?
It's your hometown, right? Why are you saying it like that? 2000 IQ. I'm at a loss for words and pronunciations, but Detective Kurosawa continues instead of waiting for me to
The
reply.
request I got from the Shadow Operatives was to assist in gathering information about those murders. They want me to meet with a supervising detective of that case and ask him for the full story.
Interesting, Detective
Not only are they
Kurosawa.
part of public safety, they're an unofficial unit. They can't come to the district police for information.
Yeah, if it went by like P5 naming, it'd be Kurosawa.
Kurosawa?
Kurosawa. Kurosawa.
Why him? Is his case related to the robbery in some way?
Public safety is sharper than you might think. They do basic reviews on all cases to see if shadows were involved. Inaba is on their watch list now. And with that cargo being brought there, they naturally suspect a connection between the cases.
What?
Sorry, I just saw fucking in and out about.
Yeah.
It made me snortle. It's good.
Kamaki. If there's a connection, then it might be related to our case. I begin to have ominous thoughts, and my expression darkens. But Detective Kurosawa doesn't probe into that topic. Perhaps he's the type of person who doesn't judge people based on evidence, but gets a feel for them through conversation and actions. How am I reflected in his eyes? I can't help but wonder.
She's literally just giving him stink eye.
I know.
I wonder what he thinks of me.
I've been pretty pouty and I mispronounced my own hometown. It's probably got a solid impression. Solid. Absolutely solid. Detective Kurosawa goes inside the Inaba police station while I wait in the car near the junkyard. The familiar sights of Inaba seem strange somehow. The detective in charge of this case must be none other than Dojima-san. Detective Ryotaro Dojima. Of course, I am familiar with him. And not just as a fellow peace officer. But that's a story for a different day. Dojima-san acted as Yu-senpai's guardian, betraying him as well. Can't stop myself from sighing. Sure enough, Detective Kurosawa steps out. Thought he was coming back. But halfway to the car, he turns and walks into the junkyard. I wonder what he's doing. I stick my head out the window and try to track him. There's another car, parked behind a pile of junk. That distinctive grill style. Never mind the freaking 12 inches of car. It's the grill that I notice. It's the little details, you know. That's Kirijo-san's limousine.
That grill, that's a whole ass limousine. I can tell by the way the
attached
grill
to
looks.
that distinctive grill is a 12-foot car. I hurriedly pull my head back into the car. That's right. Detective Kurosawa came here to cooperate with Kirijo-san. But still, to bring me along and park so close to her is... Then again, it's very unnatural to park far from a rendezvous point. Detective Kurosawa made the right decision. I calm down and slide into the rear seat, keeping my head low. Still, Kirijo-san uses that black limousine while undertaking her shadow operative duties as well. That car sticks out like a sore thumb here in Inaba. Heck, it's distinctive anywhere in Japan. Why would someone as clever as Kirijo-san take that car on a special mission like this? Does she have some profound reasoning behind it? After a while, Detective Kurosawa finally comes back to the car.
Kurosawa-san, may I ask you something? Why are you working with public safety?
You're asking that now? I thought that would be your very first question.
2000 IQ is more of a burden than a gift.
Right?
Yeah.
Chronic overthinking.
20 intelligence, 1 wisdom. After wiping his dry smile from his face, Detective Kurosawa turns to me with an incredibly serious expression.
You can spy on Mitsuru Kirijo and her shadow operatives to your heart's content and never find anything suspicious.
Ooh.
But for that to be understood, at some point or another, everything she does has to be investigated to eliminate those doubts. In which case, it's better someone like you do the investigating than someone official who will never understand. That's all there is to it.
So he does have his reasons after
Thank
all.
you for your cooperation.
I'll leave the rest in your hands.
But if they know they're being investigated, is it really a proper investigation then? That doesn't really make any sense. I exit the vehicle and Kurosawa-san takes his car onto the highway and speeds out of sight. He obviously has no doubts or regards for the speed limit whatsoever regarding Kirijo-san's activities. To be honest, I'm inclined to agree with him, but I can't jump to conclusions without any evidence.
I'm going to play some things because I don't think we're going to have time anytime soon, and it's been 20 minutes. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can't believe that Nyan fucking died and was replaced with the Trivia Murder Party narrator.
Suzu!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Suzu.
That building exploded.
You'll remember Yakushima, their destination, from the P3 beach trip.
Oh, right. Well, that would be a good place to hide those things.
Thank you, Gestred. Isn't that where we found the other one? Just finding robots in islands.
Hey Sha, I mean totally normal Nyani. How are you doing?
Good.
If your shadow were here, would he rather be called by a full name or nickname?
Probably by a nickname. And
no way to say for sure, though.
There's no way to say for sure. And only the real Nyanny would know that, you know, would say something like, my favorite show is X-Men, and my favorite character is Jean Grey.
Jean!
Everyone knows that. Talk about it constantly.
Jean!
Don't worry, I know how to settle this. Inaba.
Slowpoke!
Inaba.
I guess now we're saying it. Inaba.
Inaba. Inaba.
Inaba.
Inaba. Jean!
This seems like one of those Britta Bagel situations, where she can't hear herself mispronouncing the word.
Right.
You know, bagel.
Wait, how do you say it?
Bagel.
Because, like, I say bagel. Bagel.
Bagel?
Bagel. Bagel.
It's a bagel.
Milk.
She says it weird, though. I can't quite redo it. Anyways.
Bagel. Bagel? Is it bagel?
Inaba.
Bagel?
I use heaps of junk as cover to sneak close to the limousine and watch. Not long after, I see two people exit the vehicle. One of them is Kirijo-san. However, unlike when I saw her at the airport, she's wearing equipment likely suited for combat. The other person looks strange.
Is that the fabled humanoid weapon?
There was information about a humanoid weapon mixed in with all the data I had about the Kirijo group. When I first saw it, I was confused. But that had to be what was standing in front of me. It seems natural, almost lifelike, but there's no denying that it's an artificial construct. It seems that the rumors of an unorthodox anti-shadow unit were true. Another man steps out. He too was dressed in outlandish attire, or at least lack thereof. He was shirtless and wore a red cloak like a desert nomad.
Desert nomad. I'm gonna look that up. That's what those were the words I was looking for.
He's the perfect example of someone who ought to be detained for questioning. I compare his face to the list of suspect or pictures of the people involved in the situation. While his taste in clothing has changed, I believe that this man is Akihiko Sanada. I can't imagine what would possess him to go about dressed like that, but I speculate about their actions. What business do they have here, in a junkyard? There's nothing more here than a pile of broken household electronics and abandoned televisions. Then it hits me. Detective Kurosawa had told Kirijo-san about last year's incident. And of course, she has prior knowledge of personas and shadows. Then there's no doubt that she's heard of the idea of entering the TV world. After all, it appears many times in the testimony of the killer from last year. Dojima-san may have disregarded it for being too far-fetched, but Detective Kurosawa must have caught on.
Nice, Jesse.
I take a closer look, and there's a mountain of old television sets. Victims of last year's switch to digital broadcasts. Tragic.
They're not planning to enter a TV from here, are they?
Even as I say that, the mechanical girl has her hand already sticking into a TV screen. It's exactly as I thought. The mere fact that they are testing what they heard so recently cannot bode well. Uncertainty crosses my mind. The three of them are clearly preparing to enter the television. Should I blow my cover and warn them about it, what they're doing? If they enter, they may not be able to leave. But the other world should no longer be dangerous anymore. And I heard from Yosuke-senpai that he'd asked Teddy to leave the exit TV out. just in case. If they're Persona users, they should be able to handle the shadows, so they shouldn't be any peril, but... However, Kirijo-san makes a decision faster than I could. Huh!
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, we'll be devastated.
Now that you mention it, at least one of us should be staying behind as well.
I am not staying.
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
The same as always. Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
Right.
I really want an Akihiko cape.
This situation, it brings back memories.
Natsukashina.
Ready!
Why enter the TV?
They did it.
What's going on?
I mean, I don't know. Told me I can enter TV. You gotta try it at least once, right?
Mm-hmm.
I stand there blankly.
Is the stolen cargo inside the
Stare.
TV?
Should I chase after them? If I turn back here, we may never be able to find the three of them again. And if that happens, the truth about the case will be lost forever. If her property was placed into the TV world, it means that whoever stole it knows the truth about last year's events. If that's the case, then I can't ignore this no matter what my assigned task is. Plus...
Well, if they're determined to enter the TV despite not knowing the risks, I can hardly allow cowardice to prevent me from following.
Cannonball! I realized that the straw breaking the camel's back is not logic, but my pride, and I smiled to myself. But my mind was already made up. I stand up, look around, and then step inside the same television they used.
Look around, look around.
Boop, boop. Wow, scene 2.
That only took
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Streets of Way. That's good. It'd been a while since I'd felt this falling sensation. But this time, the sensation seems to continue longer than it did when I would enter a TV as part of the investigation team.
Oh shit, Zero says, how would you guys enter the TV? And my immediate thought was ass first, just like I approached Life Zero.
I was thinking like scuba diving, you know, sit on the edge and just like, whoop.
Oh, that's cool.
Dangerous though. Crack. Follow my
crying.
Before I know it, the falling has ended. I would probably, like, realistically though, grab the top of it and go feet first.
That'd be so cool.
Kind of. I don't know. It's like the safest way to do it.
I'd want to like do like a corkscrew into it. Like, you know.
I take cover behind the pillar and look around for the 3 shadow operatives. Did I lose them? We all entered from the same television, but we should have arrived at the same place. I relax a little and look around. When I stand up, I notice it, but it's difficult to believe. I take a good, hard look. This is a school.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
And not only that, but...
Yasogami High School? What's going on?
This is the gate to the school I attend. The familiar school building is inside. Or sorry, inside. But there is something unfamiliar out in front. There's a stack of strange monitors. They're all displaying the words P1 Grand Prix. This place looks like the real world, but there's something warped about it. It feels like the world is dangerous again, like it was while we were investigating the incident. But this world has returned to the way it was before. While I'm thinking this, the students come walking out of the building. They gather together, and soon the area is filled with people.
Impossible. How could there be this many people in the TV world?
Suddenly, the students surround me and start cheering. I see an all too familiar burst of static play onto across the monitors. No. Not again.
What?
Kill Joy Detective.
What?
At least they got my intelligence right. Are you confused?
I thought she was the 2000 2000 IQ.
2000 IQ Killjoy Detective.
Oh, I didn't read that last part.
Yep.
I just saw 2000 IQ and my brain's like, wow, that's smart.
The shock leaves me dumbfounded for a while. Plus, you, Senpai. Sister Complex Kingpin. Well, that's true, but no, wait. Calm down, Naoto. Calm down and analyze the situation. This otherworldly program were real people's... foibles?
Foibles!
Foibles?
Foibles!
What?
Foible!
Are exaggerated to unworldly proportions.
Foible!
Except for my IQ. That was accurate. We won't discuss that.
A minor weakness or eccentricity in someone's character. Did you know what that word was? Eccentricity. I did it.
The static before the video made it very clear. This broadcast could only be the Midnight Channel. And what was this fighting tournament about? The members of the investigation team are combatants.
It seemed that Teddy was acting as the host for this.
All of us know that Senpai is coming back to Inaba during Golden Week. How could this be? Some kind of way to welcome him back? Oh, no. Calling him a Sister Complex Kingpin, that's not a welcome, that's a challenge. Who would publicize a negative nickname like that? Besides, whatever the reason, I can't imagine that someone would seriously want to fight each other. What's going on? Does that mean that the rest of them are in the TV world as well? Without warning, the sound of a microphone feedback pierces my ears.
Hello, boys and girls of Yasogami. Sorry for the wait.
It has been a long time.
That voice. That's Rise-san.
Rise-san. On the monitors, Teddy appears to be wearing some sort of costume.
I'm proud to announce the commencement of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
It looks like Rise-san and Teddy are the ones running this. Do they really plan on holding this P1 Grand Prix?
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the challenger in our first battle.
If that promotional video is correct, then are the members of the investigation team going to show up? Just as I lean forward to see what's going on, a spotlight shines directly in my face, blinding me. Dick move.
What?
Using my massive IQ, I recognize that as my name. The students around me raise their fists in the air and shout. This is a pickle. The funniest thing I've ever seen. It seems that I won't be able to chase Kirijo down at this rate. First the plane hijacking, and now another unforeseen interruption.
Come on down now, Chan!
Teddy, what is the meaning of this?
Didn't you watch the intro video? It's a fighting tournament!
I gathered as much, but I was asking why you would do such a thing. Pitting friend against friend in battle is going too far for a joke.
It's not a joke, though. I'm giving this 100%, just like I always do. Now get out there now, Chan. Show me everything you've got.
You're not making any sense. Besides, there's...
While I'm speaking, I see the area in front of me twist. I close my eyes at once. When I open them, I see that only certain things around me have been warped by whatever the fuck that was. The scene on the monitors, the students around me. I blink and rub my eyes, but I soon realize that my eyes aren't playing tricks on me.
Are these students an illusion someone is creating?
With their skins missing, the students have become dark shapes that only resemble human form. Are these shadows of some sort? Well, I do find it hard to believe that so many people could have wandered into the TV world. Even if this many people did get in here, the town would be in an uproar over the mass disappearance of so many students. It makes sense to me that they're shadows, but if that's the case, why did I see them as students? Could it be? Teddy and Rise both have the power to interfere with other people's thoughts to a certain extent? It may be possible for them to be projecting illusions into my mind. But that would prove that the two of them really are the hosts of the show. I decide not to jump to any conclusions for now. Even if the two of them are behind this, why would they hold a tournament and deceive me with illusions? I won't be able to figure out anything until I determine what their objective is. As I'm considering my next course of action, Teddy, or should I say Teddy Titty, speaks to me directly.
What are you all fidgety for now, Chan? You need to powder your nose?
No! Anyway, if this is not a joke, can I assume you won't easily let me go?
Bingo! You have to win the fight if you want to move on. Only the one who makes it to the very end is set free!
This is getting me nowhere. Talking to him isn't helping me figure out what's going on here.
Let's get this started. Bring out the first opponent.
Kanji? Akihiko.
No. Chie. Another spotlight appears across from me. A person steps out of the darkness. It's
me.
Been a while.
Damn! It's you!
Me?
Yes, you. Couldn't be.
Senpai? Why are you here?
I promised I'd come back during Golden Week. Don't tell me you forgot.
His voice is so like, it's such like a shit disturber's voice, you know?
Don't tell me you forgot.
No. Of course I remembered. It's just, I didn't expect to see you here.
I could say the same thing. I heard you couldn't make it because of your job.
Yes. Actually, I'm here on matters related to my work. It came as a surprise to me as well.
Huh. Looks like you're as uninterested in socializing as always.
Huh? What did he just say?
Everyone says that though they think of you as a friend, they never get the same vibe from you.
That's not true. I just happen to be busy with a case. But really, now's not...
Work. I guess work's all you care about in the end, even now. I'd say you're more concerned with your work than us. I get it. Hanging out with people outside work is a burden for you. It's like an invasion of your privacy.
Senpai?
He's not the type of person to speak so poorly of others, is he? Is this an illusion too?
Relax. I'll help get you knocked out of the tournament so you can get back to the work you love so much.
Oh god, he summoned his persona.
What? Are you serious?
Senpai attacked me with his persona.
Ouch.
That wasn't an illusion. It was real. If he'd hit me, I would have been seriously hurt. But now, I know something. He's clearly not in his right mind. The leader of the investigation team I know would never, under any circumstances, harm his friends.
What reunion this is turning into. If I must fight you, I will.
I thought her persona was pretty dang cool.
2000 IQ activate. No shit, it's a tournament, Naoto.
I mean, Grand Prix, it could be a race. Who knows?
Oh, it could be a race.
Could be a race. Bow, bow, bow.
I thought you were going to do the cliffhanger too, but you're not. You're here.
No, I'm going to do it right after this. I just wanted to see.
Finally.
Oh, wow, she has a bullet meter. Uh-oh, he's coming right at me.
Whoa.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, when the
Shield
opponent
of
is
Justice.
attacking. And then after that, there's all sorts of counters. She's another counter character, it seems. So there's forward and back counter, and then... Okay. Oh, and then you two? So it's after one, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Forward square, back square. Oh, and after 2 or 3. Oh, no, not quite. No.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just after 1, and then these are after that. Okay. Wow, so forward square, and then square again, or X, or triangle. Okay, so forward, back. Okay, wow, this is...
That's interesting. Junpei says Naoto's complicated but OP. She has 2 ways to win. Have the death meter go... I do. Sorry. Have the death meter go to 0 via bullets and using Hamon or Madoon to insta-kill. Or traditional fight.
Oh, yeah, she did have all those counters before, that's right. Wow, she screams. Wow. Where's the fate meter?
The death meter? He's at 9. It's under his persona cards.
Oh, what does it need to get to?
I don't know.
0, I guess?
Yes.
Shoot, I missed my insta-kill. Oh no! I tried to use the gun in close range against the sword! Oh, my bullets weren't recharged.
Yeah. Oh. That is a really good song, and I like it.
Oh, we're still on the highest difficulty, too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Shoot him! Oh, once it hits 0, then you can use the insta-kills.
And how do I get to 0? Is it like his attacks?
You
or?
shoot him. With gun.
Will they push on through?
Wow. Oh, for reload. Just shot him like 8 times in the head.
Oh, counter took it down a lot.
Oh, I was going for the insta.
For her neutral special, she wields a gun.
Yes, Trid. Why wasn't she in Smash? I mean, well, she's not relevant like Joker was, but that's fine.
Deplete the opponent's fate meter to 0 to pick your cheese.
Whirlwind! That's all you gotta do. Get that number to 0. Yeah, it took 3. Whatever you just did, 3. Shit.
Okay. Oh, I couldn't enter it fast enough. I should have known he'd come at me.
Right, Clementine, in our hearts. Okay.
Last one. Thank you, Krishan. I did not realize that I had gotten wrecked until you said so. So that's what had happened.
You got, like, pretty darn wrecked. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, I did 2.
Not enough.
Oh shit. What is happening? What? Oh, what? Do I have to do anything?
Farewell.
Where'd you get a scope on a revolver?
I don't know.
Perhaps I took it too far.
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the lamest insta-kill. I can't believe she just flat out, like, pistoled him.
Yeah, just actually shot him with a gun.
Wait a second. Guns shoot people. Okay. I've been holding this thing the whole time.
I guess whatever works, right?
I have no idea what happened because it looked like he was trying to do some sort of special move too, and then we were just there, and I don't even know what kind of like zone was there.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. That was definitely the lamest one so far.
Not cool.
She just shoots him and he dies.
Yeah.
That's the kill. Maybe Madoon or... It's funny, they give you Madoon and Hamon. I wonder if there's a difference.
One's pretty and one's pretty in an evil way.
I guess so, but that's that. It's okay. I don't know. But that's definitely like bottom tier from all the ones we've seen so far. I mean, compared to Aki's where he literally fists the earth.
Right. Right? Ba, 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 ba. One's prep and one's goth. Yeah, one's super gothic. The other one's preppy. It's super prep. If you step into the crosshairs when she activates her instant kill, you get hit by the instant kill. Oh. That's how that works, Carrick. So thank you.
The crosshairs were actually moving and he had to dodge them but couldn't?
I guess so. Yeah, Chie freaking yeets people. Chie kicks them into orbit. I like that. Gotham prepadating drama. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with us today. This song's called Splashing Around. It's on the YouTube Music Library.
Aw, yeah. You know what else is on the YouTube Music Library?
What?
Not Us. 'Cause we're going to be here tomorrow. The segue doesn't make sense, but just take it for what it is.
Yay.
Yeah. Yay.
Well,
but yeah, Final Fantasy 8 and more of this tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope to see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. The end of the stream was kind of shot. It's fine, though. It'll be better. Well, until we see then. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. You know